It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's all up next.
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make another run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, and both these teams absolutely fall into that category. And just last year, going into the season, Mike, not only did they have playoff expectations, but in a lot of ways, they had Super Bowl aspirations. They believe that if the things fall their way, they catch a break, they continue to stay healthy, the roster they have put together is a playoff roster, if not a Super Bowl roster.
Just about set. Anders Carlson has the ball teed up. And off we go here in Cincinnati. He'll take it at the 12. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is caught, finding Higgins. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. To the goal line and in. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Bengals. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him, because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon.
Fields now on second down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Hall. He'll get about 2. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third down, 3 to go. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll work his way down to the 32-yard line, and that is enough for a first down. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Hall running right. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. Third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And he'll take it on in. Allen Lazard. Touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Jets come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. A return coming from the 14. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense going to take over now for the second time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Taken in by Gesicki. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He keeps it himself.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Play action now. It's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on... Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. But he'll gather it back in. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Third and long. Here's Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Panay-Wanwu now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Fields to throw. That's complete to Jeremy Ruckert.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On the give, it's Hall. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. They go play action with Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Fields now to throw on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking them down and took them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A give. Here's Hall. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Now Brown. He'll get a couple of yards back, but it will be 2nd and long. Back to throw, Burrow. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Burrow now. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A carry here for Brown. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Burrow to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Burrow. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one, and it'll lead to a second down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Second down, Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Jets. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Jets are on top. It's 14-10. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. He'll take it in at the goal line. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
You'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Now, Burrow. He'll get that to all his tight end. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. The Bengals out and ready to punt. Xavier Gibson to return for the Jets. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Down the field, he's got his receiver, Lazard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. First and 10. Here's Fields. A pass deep for Reynolds. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Josh Reynolds. Touchdown, New York.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Carlson now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Jets are out to a 21-10 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. They bring their tight end right. A first down throw for Burrow. That's complete to all the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That is caught, finding Higgins. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Jets are in front, as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jets offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. That is caught! And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A give left side. Here comes Hall. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Now Fields. This one caught by Lazard. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Play action now for Fields. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
All right, so it's only one drive here in the second half, and they trail pretty big here to start the third. But it seems this defense came out with a little different energy than we saw in the first half. Whatever was said in the locker room seemed to have worked. Now it's the offense's chance to see if they can cut into this deficit.
Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Jets are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10. Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. Now a return coming from the 14. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now he'll try to keep it going. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That one finds Chase. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6 Good conversion on third down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down. Here's Brown. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. On the ground, it's Brown. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And they do not cut into the deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. They'll go again with Hall. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and 6. Fields. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Burrow here on second down. There's that man again, another catch. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
On first down, Burrow. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number one receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They bring Chase in motion. Second down, Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Taken in by Gesicki. Second and 7. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter. I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
He's got his big tight end, Drew Sample. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bengals back within 7. It's 24-17. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Give up the middle with Hall. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Fields to throw for it. He gets this one complete to Reynolds. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. They will run it over center with Hall. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
2nd down. It's Fields. Catch made right side by Wilson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now Fields. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down. He'll try the right side with Hall. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. Here's Hall. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up third down. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll try to run it with Hall. He slams it in there, and he is in. Breece Hall, touchdown, New York.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Second and 6 coming up. They'll drop to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs and just as importantly, stop the clock.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still one timeout left. The final minute, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now, 2nd and 4. Burrow to throw. That's into the hands of Yosibas. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Back to throw, Burrow. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.